Hey guys, Billie Jenkins here with Silver Creek Doodles. Today, this video is about what's next and what's to come in the breeding program here at Silver Creek Doodles. So, we are going to talk about what's to come, what we've got going on, some sad news that has came about in our program, and what's, for the future for us. So, I've made lots of papers with written down stuff, points of discussion. I want to make sure we hit everything. So what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about it. It's going to be a little bit of a lengthy video, hopefully not too much, but just talking. Going to talk about what's going on, throw some videos in there of some of the dogs I'm talking about, some pictures of mom and dad for future litters, that kind of thing. But yeah, so if this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So starting off, let's start with our paper. And what I'm going to do is I actually will put these at the end of the video. So I know my handwriting's awful, but I'll put these at the end of the video so you can kind of look, and if you want to take a screenshot of it so you can see what all, points I've made. So starting out with points of discussion. So first off, we have available puppies right now. So this is the litter that my sister is raising for me because the mom, Emma, is in her guardian home. So they are the larger minis, so like 32 to 35 pounds full grown. We have 2 females left in there. So I'm gonna stack their pictures right here so you can see them, but we do have our party girl, which is green collar, and then we have our dark caramel girl, which is yellow female, which is my favorite. So not that I'm like waiting for her to be the last one and like find a guardian home for her, but I'm like, she was my favorite, so maybe we'll just keep her. I don't know. But these 2 girls are available, so let me know if you have any interest. Their go home dates are the 13th through the 17th of this month. So they're not ready yet, but we need to be preparing for sure. But there's 2 puppies in that litter. All right, so that is 1. And then 2, sad news. So if you guys had watched about me not being aware if I should breed Poppy or not, I wasn't sure, what should I do? So that video, we did actually, we collected Kevin, looked at it under the microscope. His sperm looked perfect, but she didn't get pregnant. Her numbers were perfect. So I'll also put on this next screen, I'll show you the progesterone report, for her numbers here. The first day she wasn't exactly ready yet, but then, we did test her numbers again and then she was ready. So, we went to their house and collected Kevin, did AI, and then we did that again. We did it twice, numbers were perfect. Do not know what happened. She didn't get pregnant. So, but that's okay. You know what? Everything happens for a reason. I did have 1 or 2 people that got on my wait list for that specific litter. I've talked to them, and again, I'm so sorry. I hate that's happened. I'll make it up to you. We'll make sure we make it right. But it didn't happen. It's, it's not because of the AI. I don't think it was because of Kevin's sperm. A lot of things were going on. She came and boarded with us. And maybe she's stressed a little, everything can get, hormones can cause them to absorb babies. It can cause all kinds of things. So, but we're not gonna dwell on it. It is what it is. She's not pregnant. We'll try again next time. So that is the sad news. But now exciting news is Olivia is here. And then here's Miss Olivia with her big old black eyes. You're a good girl. All right, show me your belly. She's like, there you go. So there she is. She's such a sweet girl. So last time, how many did you have? 8? She had 8 last time. Beautiful puppies. So that was her first litter. The family thinks that she is bigger than before. She's normally 24, 25 pounds, and she's 32 right now. We normally say a pound a puppy, but when you get smaller dogs, it's not as much. So she is one of my smaller females. Hey, pretty girl. But I went ahead, she got dropped off yesterday, and I went ahead and Gave her the mama cut and all that good stuff. So we're ready. We're ready for babies. So kind of a funny thing. So I had her due date as the 17th. Well, her family sent me a picture of her yesterday and she's massive. She's huge. And I'm like, holy moly. So I went back, looked at her numbers. I was a week behind. I was a week ahead, like not ahead. I was a week behind. So she's going to be due a week before I've listed her. So I listed her for the 17th is when her due date is. She's not due the 17th. She's due like this weekend. So, you know, our numbers are a little, when your numbers get so high, so we did her first progesterone, which you can see here. So when your numbers are that high, you know, they've already been ovulating, that kind of stuff. So we aren't sure yet. You know, when they hit number 6 to 11, we're able to know from that day. We're 9 weeks. 9 weeks from the 6 to 11 range. Well, when they're 20 something, it's like, okay, well, how many days after 6 to 11 did it take to get there? It could take 1 day or it could take 3. So, you know, but I'm gonna put her due date as like the 11th. You know, 10th or 11th is what we're gonna be eyeing on. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take her temperature. You know, it's what we do for all of our females anyways when we have a due date is, you know, about 3 or 4 weeks, not 3 or 4 weeks, 3 or 4 days before, you know, we know that, you know, they're showing sign, they're uncomfortable, they're nesting, you know, before any of that, we go ahead and start taking their temperature. So just fun facts. So a dog's normal temperature is 100 to 102. Normally. Now, if they're up and playing and running around 102.5, maybe 103 is okay if they're up and active. But if it's just a dog laying around the house, 100 to 102. Most of my females are normally 100.5-ish, you know, that kind of thing. When labor is gonna start getting ready, starting to prepare, temperature drops. So it's like, we'll take a temperature in the morning. If it's like 99.8, it's like, it's not a drop yet. And then you take it, it's 99.2. It's like, okay, we're in that direction. Take it again, 98.6. It's like, all right, we're getting there, we're dropping. So when it's the low 98s to even 97, you know, like I've never gotten below 97.5. So normally like 97.8 is our lowest. But once we start dropping like that, it's like, all right, 12 hours. 12 hours labor should be started. Definitely, like, I don't get to leave the house. Like, I am here. We are on, you know, watch for sure. So this weekend is what I'm thinking. So our temperature will kind of tell us. I've only ever had one female not do that, to where I've done temperatures and everything, and then they pop out a puppy. And I'm like, I just took your temperature and it was 101. Like, you know, so, and it's fine. It's just, you know, some are different. It's not always by textbook, but a lot of times it is. So Olivia is here. Olivia is big. She's due the end of this week. So our wait list and our families that are on there, let us know if you have any questions. I haven't really, since I've started YouTube and our updates here, I haven't went on much to talk to my wait list, because the top of my wait list, halfway and up, are not really very active with talking to me. Some people I haven't talked to in months, some people I haven't talked to in 8 months, and some people it's like pulling a tooth to talk to them about what's the plans, what do they want, what are they thinking, because I've got a wait list of what, 22 I think, or 20 something people, and I don't know where to tell other people where they stand. You know, I have people contacting me, do you have availability on this litter? Well, I don't know yet. You know, I don't know because my other families aren't giving me a heads up. So we've got to start discussing and talking. If you don't know, that's fine, but reach out to me and let me know. So anyways, Olivia's here. She's gonna be having puppies. She has a belly full. We don't know how many, but we won't know until she has them. So we will keep you updated with that. Our wait list will get emailed the live feed links, which is gonna be really nice, because then when she starts labor and stuff, I'll email and say, hey, she's getting ready to start. Check out this link. Let me know if you can't access it, but you should be able to click the link and it pulls up her whelping area and you can watch her whole delivery, which is fun. And then Millie, the Aussie Doodle. She's due first. So we have an Aussie Doodle Millie and a Golden Doodle Millie, and I kind of hate they're at the same time because it's going to confuse us a little. So if you've seen our previous videos of Millie and Pickles, So Millie is the Aussie Doodle, and I'll post her picture here. And I'll show her in just a second too. But Millie the Aussie Doodle, she is pregnant. She lives with us, but so her mom is our daughter that just went to college. So we gained her, you know, living with us. So, you know, she is, now I need to just put her in my program and show her, because my daughter was gonna start her own breeding program, but she also was gonna do community college here the first couple years and then go to a college, but she's really good at track, got a scholarship, so she's having fun. She's doing her thing, so that's good. But now we've got Millie. It's not like we can, you know, she already had people on the wait list, so we couldn't skip or wait or do different stuff. We just have to get it done and get it going. So Millie's pregnant. She's actually due just a day or two after Olivia. So she's not listed on my Golden Doodle page, but she is on, I think I have her under the Labradoodles or Bernie Doodle. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put her under the Golden Doodle, so it's all under one page for that. So, but they are F1B Petite Aussie Doodles. So she's here, she lived with us. Here's a little video I'm gonna show of her. We just got her groomed up yesterday, but take a peek at her. So here is Miss Beautiful Millie. Oh, she is so sweet. So I went ahead and shaved her yesterday. So we have some people on her wait list already. 3 different people. We've got some babies in there. So I definitely don't know how many. We saw at least 4, maybe 5 on the ultrasound, but anything could happen. If they stress or, you know, anything, which her mama just went to college. Yeah, your mama left. You've not seen your mama in a while. So, you know, if she did go through any stress periods, they can absorb babies. But we're not going to say that that happens, but we have seen that before where we have videoed, you know, and seen on ultrasound, there's at least 5 or 6, and then they have 4. So we definitely just ultrasound only for the fact to confirm pregnancy and give prenatals and all that good stuff. So there's Miss Millie. Hey, pretty girl. She's so sweet. She wants to cuddle. All right, she's super cute. Next, what's coming up? Well, actually, I did start on this other page, but we're gonna go back really quick. So we've got Olivia, we got Millie, the Aussie Doodle, and then we got Millie the Golden Doodle. So we're gonna have Millie and Kevin. So this is Kevin's first litter, so excited. And that's another thing too about Poppy not getting pregnant. You know, then he bred just a few weeks later and got Millie pregnant. So I don't know, but Kevin's first litter, she's gonna be having our first litter of petite golden doodles. So I'm super excited about that. She's pregnant, she's due early October. So, you know, again, oh, another thing, we did her progesterone. The family came down here, we pulled her blood, did her progesterone, and she was a 42. Holy moly, so you see here, with that circled, she was a 42. So if you look at our quick scan 1000 paperwork, which I'm going to show here, so it shows that 30 to 40 is estimated time for surgical implants, but like for AI and for natural, it says we're too far gone. You know, it's 4 to 5 days after ovulation. So, you know, it doesn't give the sperm a long of enough chance, I think, after that much time of ovulation to make its way up to the eggs and connect, is what it's telling me. But you know what? We said, well, she's here. These are her numbers. Kevin came to meet us. Let's go ahead and breed her. We're only gonna do it this one time, and let's cross our fingers and see what works. Well, guess what? She's pregnant. So I did do a video on ultrasounding her and telling her family. So that was super exciting. So don't forget to go back and watch that. I'll put it up at the top. So her puppy should be going home around like December 3rd-ish. So the beginning of December. Of course, when puppies are born, we'll know after that. So let me look at my computer really quick. Olivia's puppies are gonna be going home like November 3rd, so a month before. So the first week of November, it looks like Olivia's puppies. So same with Millie the Aussie Doodle. And then we've got Millie, the golden doodle, that's gonna be having puppies going home a month later, which is like December 3rd. So, so that is our ones that are expecting, that are already pregnant or ready to go. Now, next, let's go back to my page of what's upcoming, what's next to come. So yesterday, I got a text message. 2 of my females are in heat, started yesterday, and I'm sure there's gonna be another 2 pop in there. I don't know if we will breed any of the others beside this 2, but we'll get into that. So, Charlie, her retirement litter. So we will be having Charlie and Dave babies again. This will be their 4th litter, and this is her final litter. So we normally do 3 for our guardians. We can do 4, and we can even do 5 if everything goes well. But this is our 4th litter for the family, and this is gonna be her retirement litter. So super excited for that. We do already have a few people that are waiting for this litter. You know, we had a possibility of skipping, maybe waiting, you know, 6 months and breed her next time, but we have some people waiting. So we're gonna go ahead and breed her. She just started yesterday, which is September 5th. So, you know, in probably 10 days or so, we'll do progesterone levels. You know, we'll test her just like you've seen on our other dogs. And then we will breed and then check her out in 4 weeks after that to see if she's pregnant. Now, our other one that came into heat was Dixie, the Bernedoodle. How exciting. So Dixie, so let's talk about the Bernedoodles for a second. So back a year and like year and a half ago, I started getting into Bernedoodles, wanting to add Bernedoodles to my lines. And I'm not gonna say it was a mistake, but we've got Todd that lives with us. He has had a few litters with Australian Labradoodles, so Australian Bernedoodles, and they have been fantastic. So I love Todd, he lives with us. But then we've got Danny and Deborah, which are sisters. And then we've got Dixie, which is the one that just came into heat. And then we have Shay, which is our Aussie Doodle, which we're gonna breed with Brantley. Love her, like she's my prize for sure. I love her. And then we have Cece. So not saying that it's not going good with the Bernedoodles, and not even with puppies in general, just like with the Golden Doodles and still having some available, and you know, having, you know, they might be 10, 11 weeks old before we get them sold. That's fine, but it's a year and a half to 2 years ago, I was having wait lists of like 50 people and they were pre-sold before they were born. So it's definitely changed. So taking in and adding these dogs, we are gonna breed Dixie this time. Now she has the darkest red markings. You know, for her tan points, the darkest red. She's got the most white, and we're gonna breed her with Brantley, which is going to not allow them to have cream or apricot or red puppies. So they're gonna all be black and white tries or black and white parties, which are gonna be gorgeous. I can't wait. So super excited for that litter. But now when it comes up to Danny being, you know, coming into heat, because she should be anytime, we'll probably skip it and wait. You know, we might not ever breed Danny. We might not ever breed Deborah. We actually did skip her. She actually did come in heat again, and we skipped her and just said we're not ready yet because we don't have people on the wait list. And then Cece, we'll probably skip her. We're gonna breed Shay because we have people on her list. So the way to look at this is if we get people on our wait list, if we've got people there waiting for puppies, we'll breed, but we're not gonna be producing puppies and breeding if we're not gonna be certain if they're gonna sell or not. So I would rather, you know, get Danny and Deborah and Cece fixed and cut my losses. You know, breeding dogs are very expensive, and testing and all of that in guardian homes, but I might have to cut my losses and just get them fixed and only have 1 or 2 breeding dogs like Dixie and Shay. So let me know, you know, put in the comments what you think about that. Let me know if you have any interest. Like I said, if I get a wait list of puppies, then we'll breed and we'll raise them and do this whole thing. But if I don't have anybody on the wait list, I'm not gonna breed and produce puppies that I don't know if I'm gonna sell. So that is it for them, but it's super exciting because we finally get to use Brantley. So we've been like waiting for Shay to come into heat and still give us some positive vibes out there because we need Shay to come into heat. But yeah, so I'm super excited for her. So let's go on to the second page. We've already talked about some on the top, but like for the Bernedoodles, waiting on Shay, gonna breed her with Brantley too. If Danny comes into heat or Deborah, we're gonna skip those, probably CC too. So same thing I just said, you know, if it's just kind of, it's a shame, you know, that we have added, and it's just the way it goes in the breeding program. You know, you might not breed all the dogs that you get. You know, I just like with the Golden Doodles, I had, you know, one of our girls that we had gotten from a breeder as a swap. This was from years ago, and Julia, and we actually ended up selling her back to the breeder she came from because they are gonna let them use her because, you know, it's the same distance from us and the Guardian, and we don't need her at this time. So, you know, that is sad, but that's the way it works. It's gonna, you know, we didn't make any money off of her, and we didn't make any money off the one that we swapped, which is kind of, you know, it goes that way. It's not always about money, but when you are doing business and sharing your lines with other breeders and all of this stuff, you do want to get something back, and that's okay, that's a loss. And that's more than one time that's happened, and just learn to, you know, you can work with some breeders, but other breeders you just learn to just say no to. So anyways, now, so that's on with the Bernedoodles. We've discussed what's happening there. Dixie's gonna be having puppies. We'll see how that goes. Waiting on Shay, but those are the 2 litters that we're gonna have with the Bernedoodles. Now the Golden Doodles. So again, Poppy didn't get pregnant, so we're gonna try her next time. You know, she's not gonna be cold or anything like that. We are gonna try her next time. Olivia's due in less than a week. Millie the Golden Doodle is pregnant. She's due early October. Kevin's first litter for petite Golden Doodles. So Maple, I don't know if anybody has seen any information about Maple because I don't really talk about her much, but I should because she is a good girl. She is larger. She does come from really nice tuxedo lines. She came from a swap working with a breeder, so I definitely want to use her, but we skipped her and we'll breed her next time. But she came in heat last week, and I just told him, you know, let's skip it and wait. You know, right now it's not the best time. So we'll see, especially, you know, Charlie, this will be her retirement litter. And then Eleanor, we're also waiting for Eleanor to come into heat, which should be anytime soon, and it's her retirement litter. So those 2 will be done. And then, you know, Maple can kind of take their spot next time. But yeah, so upcoming litters, obviously Charlie, you know, will be bred to Dave. She's in heat. Waiting on Eleanor to breed with Leroy for her retirement litter. Josie is way overdue for a heat. That is another one I did as a puppy swap. In a Guardian home that is further than I like. I haven't seen her in quite some bit, but she's overdue and it's almost not realistic, but it's been way over a year that she's had a heat, and she had her first couple heats normal, and then now it's, you know, we were getting ready to breed and it's been a year, almost a year and a half, and she's not into heat. I don't know. So what we're gonna do is when she comes into heat, we probably will want to go ahead and start breeding her so we can maybe get her done, you know, do a litter or 2 and be done with her. Or we might have to skip again. Skip and wait, we'll just see. You know, we don't know when that time comes. We'll have to look at the timing to see if it's ready to breed or not. And we'll just have to see. So we never know until that time comes what we've got. If Shay also comes into heat and then she comes in, then we're gonna wait because we need to breed Shay and we don't have to breed Josie. So we'll just have to see, but that's the information on her. When Dixie, the Golden Doodle, I don't know why we have Bernedoodles and Golden Doodles. Other people named them and before we got them and they were already named. So Dixie, the Golden Doodle, our party girl, which is Dave's daughter, when she comes into heat, we'll breed her with Kevin. We do have plans on that. So when she comes in now, I think she was in heat like 2 months ago, so we still have probably 4 or 5 months before she comes into heat again to be bred. So that is kind of a while, but we do plan to breed her for sure. And then not sure if we'll be breeding Riley again. The only thing, and the reason, she only had 4 puppies last time, but she had fantastic puppies. And she was an absolute dream as a mother. Like, loved the puppies, kept them clean, didn't make a peep, like didn't want to get out, didn't care to eat. Like, of course she ate really good, but she didn't, like, she wasn't, you know, some of our females, we have them in their area with the puppies, and when, you know, they hear somebody, you know, get up in the morning at 3 or 4 o'clock to use the bathroom, or if one of the dogs jump off the bed and they hear, you know, the collar rattle, they're gonna jump up and start barking. Well, guess what? Everybody else jumps up and starts barking, and then once puppy gets older, puppies get older, they have to go outside and go potty. So it's like as soon as the dogs get up, like the mamas and the puppies, I gotta get up and start work. You know, even if it's like 2 o'clock, I could get up and walk the moms and put everybody back to bed. But if it's 4 o'clock, our day has started at 4. So it makes it hard. So when we've got really good moms, you want to hold on to them, and that's like Maple. Maple is a fantastic mother, and that's why I picked Dixie over Danny or Deborah, because she comes here and boards and she fits right in. She is playful, but you put her up, she'll make a peep. She's quiet. So that is what you want, a dog that is very good to raise your puppies, because it doesn't cause the puppies to have anxiety, and it doesn't cause me to have anxiety, because it can be really hard when you're sleep deprived, and that is no joke. Like, and for me, you know, when puppies are here, all of my energy goes to puppies. You know, and it's especially, you know, when they get to like the 8-week-old and they're on schedule, it gets a lot easier, even like 7 weeks. But when it's the 4 to 5 to 6 weeks, that's when you're training them, potty training, getting outside, you know, using the bathroom in a certain area. Like, you're training them to that. So you get really tired, really sleep deprived, and, you know, talking back and forth with the families and going through your charts and making sure everybody's getting answers of what they want and all of that good stuff. So, you know, it can get really tiring, but it's, like I said, it's part of the job, and I want to be 100% full in on it. I don't want to ever cut corners or ever do anything, and I'm very honest to my families, and thankfully throughout the videos, and I'm not always positive about puppies, and you know, if one's hyperactive, or if, you know, one is a barker, you know, I'm honest, and I tell, because I never want any of my puppies to go blindly to a family that doesn't know what they're expecting. You know, we've got to make sure that there's open eyes to everything about the training, about, you know, these dogs are not little Chihuahuas or little Shih Tzus. You know, they need energy, well, not energy, but they need your energy. They need you. They're like children, like, no lie. And of course it goes by so fast, but, you know, because they grow so quickly to an adult age, but they definitely want to be yours, you know, and that's just the thing. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. So let's get through with this stuff. That's all that I have written down. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff I'm missing, but that's what to come. We've got litters coming up. We've got, you know, I've shown you the 2 mamas that are here that are due in less than a week. I've got Georgia, one of my retired girls. She'll be here for a few weeks boarding with us. What else? Yeah, so we didn't really get much of a break. We have had, you know, puppies in and out, and then with my sister raising the puppies and coming here and getting pictures and getting videos and meeting families and stuff like that, there's only been like a day or 2 of really not doing much of anything first thing in the morning. But, you know, we still got to get up and feed and walk and, you know, get prepared for the next. You know, yesterday I also went ahead and set up the 2 mamas birthing areas in our spot, so we can go ahead. Olivia got here yesterday, so she can get in there, kind of smell around. She doesn't have to stay in there yet, but just to know that that's where she's going. So she did a really good job last time. So she was a little, she is one of my needy girls though, that wants to be out, and if she hears you, she's barking to get out with you. But she did really good last time, so I was proud of her. She's done really good. So, well, I think that's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions in the next day or 2. Oh, tomorrow I'm taking 2 dogs for their eye exam. So we'll do a little bit of videoing on that. So it's gonna be Miss Lily and Miss Joey are going for their eye exams and stuff. So that's gonna be super cool. We're going up to Asheville. They're gonna be dropped off pretty early in the morning, and I think I'll trim them up, you know, their eyes and stuff like that, and make sure they look super cute. Miss Lily May is due for her 3rd and final Distemper and Parvo vaccine. I'm gonna swab her mouth for Embark. Her parents were done, and I exactly don't need it, but I just like, each dog to have that. So we'll get that done for Miss Lily. I'll get some pictures and get that video posted tomorrow. Let's cross our fingers for them. And then Thursday, I'll do another video of the Australian Labradoodles for Emma and Mitchell. And I don't know, I have some people I'm talking pretty heavily about the 2 puppies already. So I don't know if they'll be available by then, but yeah, if we have any interest in them or whatever's left available out of the 2 girls, it's green and yellow that are the last 2, but let me know if you have any interest. But yeah, guys, thanks. If you followed us through this whole thing, I appreciate it. And sorry it's been so long, but I wanted to go over everything because it is kind of hard to, you know, pinpoint exactly what's going on throughout different breeds on the page, since everything is kind of labeled under, you know, Bernedoodle, Labradoodle, and Golden Doodle. And then of course we got an Aussie Doodle, which is my daughter's, in here too. So it's a total different breed than what's on my website, but you know, we're doing that for her. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe link. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.